This is Burger Town from Modern Warfare 2. This is supposed to take place in Washington, D.C. during a Russian invasion of the US. This mission during the game's campaign sends the players between multiple restaurants in this area, but Burger Town was clearly the most remembered location. Ask someone about defending Nate's and they won't get what you're talking about. Without looking it up, I don't even remember the names of the other buildings even though I only played this a couple days ago. But Burger Town? Now that's iconic. This mission is a highlight during the campaign of Modern Warfare 2, but for me, that connection runs a layer deeper. I used to work here, at this exact Burger Town. That's not a joke, and I'm not kidding. I really used to work here.
Except when I did it, it was called Burgerville.
This location is extremely nostalgic for me, as it was my first job and a job that I stayed at for over 4 years. I was even a manager here for the last 2. The amount of detail in capturing the essence of this real-life area is mesmerizing. I remember while playing I was kind of freaking out over the small details, like this little ditch in between my store and the Taco Bell next door that I slipped and ate shit in once. The way the ladder to the roof is in the correct spot, and the overall layout of the parking lot remains similar. It was just so cool to me. The logo for Burger Town is clearly inspired by Burger King, but I think the name reflects more the title of the restaurant that's actually there. Burgerville just turned into Burger Town instead, but since Burgerville is only available in the Pacific Northwest, they made the logo look closer to Burger King to draw a clearer connection. I was actually over at the store a little bit ago and in a moment of weakness thought to myself, man, I could really work here again. Thankfully, the intellectual side of my brain kicked in and said, it's not 2019 anymore. Back in 2019 was when I became a manager, one of 6. I got paid a little bit more and didn't have all that much extra to do. I enjoyed my coworkers' company and we were overall a pretty happy store. My general manager was awesome, as were the 2 assistant managers. They did most of the hard office work stuff, while the other team managers and I would watch over the line and ensure things were running smoothly. It was genuinely a great place to work at, and at the time I considered moving up the corporate ladder, making my way to assistant manager and eventually run my own store as a general manager. Money would be pretty good and the job would be pretty easy, but like I said, it's not 2019 anymore. With 2020 came COVID-19, as I'm sure you all know, and all the turmoil that brought. By that time we had worked up to 9 managers. That all came crashing down to 3. I still vividly remember my assistant manager handing me his keys to the store after telling me he had been laid off. I closed the door to the office and held back tears, man. Then drank myself into a stupor that night. Even with all that, I was the lucky one. I didn't get laid off and I got to keep my management position. In a time when so many people lost their jobs, I felt extremely blessed to be employed and making decent money. That doesn't mean the job was good though. Cutting down to 3 managers from 9 put all the burdens on us. Cleanliness and safety audits, ordering products, responding to guest complaints, filing paperwork, doing our opening and closing tasks every day, all became harder due to the lack of managers. And even worse was the lack of crew. We went from having 6 to 8 people working in the mornings to pretty much 5 every single day. This required the manager to be out on the floor pretty much all day, restricting time to get necessary stuff done in the office. It was stressful for all involved. The crew felt understaffed and overworked, and the managers felt overburdened with too little time. It was miserable, to be honest, and when I left, I was overjoyed to be done with it all. Going back would be a terrible idea. It's not 2019 anymore. Things have changed. It wouldn't be the same as the good times. Using nostalgia surrounding a job that gave me more stress than I could handle at times is an odd thing to do, but I feel it's an appropriate term. Nostalgia really is a powerful thing, and for some reason it has me excited for 2022's Modern Warfare 2. Most of that excitement comes from the potential I see in the campaign after Modern Warfare 2 was a bit of a mixed bag with some really good ideas, but also due to the fact that it's a new take on Modern Warfare 2, one of the most influential games of all time, especially in the multiplayer space. I remember watching That Guy Who Camps videos back in late 2009 after the release of the game and being mesmerized by it. I didn't have Xbox Live yet, but I would load up Rust and run around headshotting Player 2 in custom games to get camos to use when my friends came over to play split screen. When I finally got Xbox Live on my 12th birthday, I was so excited to play Modern Warfare 2 multiplayer, and it was a blast. And while Black Ops released later that year and would become the Call of Duty I have the most nostalgia for, Modern Warfare 2 and I have some awesome memories. But I have to face a similar truth as my time at Burgerville. It's not 2009 anymore. Games have progressed in ways that are both exciting but also disheartening. Games like Halo that used to release content complete are releasing half-baked, and cosmetics have become microtransactions rather than earnable gear. Battle passes and short-term challenges are the new norm in which people chase that next level up rather than memorable moments. People really care about their stats and doing well nowadays, instead of having fun with the things you can uniquely do in multiplayer games. The release will surely lead to a month or two of non-stop complaining about skill-based matchmaking online. This time around with Modern Warfare 2, I won't be going to school to talk shop with my friends about our custom classes, but rather reading about the new hotness from some guy on Reddit who is in desperate need of a shower. Me and the boys won't be playing for hours on end because there are so many other responsibilities that we have now as adults. Even then, a lot of the people I played Call of Duty with back in the day, I haven't spoken to in years, either through a falling out or just losing contact. Call of Duty launches aren't as important in my life as they used to be. It's not 2009 anymore. Things have changed. I have aged, and so has the gaming industry, and demands from gamers. MW2 won't be the MW2 I remember so fondly. That all being said, it really doesn't have to be. I don't need a game to fill the shoes of the original Modern Warfare 2. My memory of it fills its own damn shoes. Hell, the only reason for the mission Wolverines to matter much to me at all is due to the fact that it isn't 2009 anymore. In 2009, I was 11 and obviously didn't work at Burgerville. This location was completely fictional as far as I knew. Drawing on an experience I had from the late 2010s is what makes this mission so awe-inspiring to me today. What matters to you changes over time depending on the context. Call of Duty 2 only really spoke to me as a 20-year-old when I saw myself among the young and scared men on the beaches of Normandy. BioShock is one of my favorite games because it came along at a time in my life where I was rediscovering my love for single-player games, and it showed me how games can truly be a work of art and not just another toy. If I played Outer Wilds earlier than this year, I'm not sure it would have affected me so profoundly. Both Minecraft and RuneScape are similar to MW2, in which much of the nostalgia of those games is in the time in my life in which I played them and the people I played them with. I bounce off of them rather quickly when I attempt to revisit them. But the somber melody of Sweden or the upbeat Sea Shanty 2 will always bring a smile to my face regardless of when I listen to them because those songs bring back memories. Good memories. Ones that have shaped the person I am today and will influence the way future games impact me. When it comes to Modern Warfare 2, if I want to play the campaign again, I can. And there are plenty of other games that can consume all my free time like MW2 did back in 2009. Instead of engaging in unnecessary and honestly kind of hateful bickering online, I have learned to focus on what I believe the positives are in the games I play. And if I find myself not enjoying a game, the loss of my time and money mean more to the publishers than a Reddit comment or a Twitter reply. Just because it's not 2009 anymore doesn't mean 2022 can't have its own exciting moments. If I have learned anything over the last year, it's to enjoy the moment. To enjoy the evil giggles of my girlfriend when she plays Resident Evil, the music that enraptures you with its passionate performance, the hug of a family member, and of course, the glee I feel when idiots push my Rampart turret in Apex.
Took down an enemy. That was the last one.
When I boot up Modern Warfare 2 later this October, I will be approaching the game as its own entity rather than in the shadow of the giant that precedes it.